In this video, we'll explore the graph of the line x equals 3. We'll also summarize the properties of the line x equals b, where b is a real number. To start, we're asked what does the graph of the line x equals 3 look like? We're also asked what is its slope? Now, the equation x equals 3, if we were just looking in one dimension, would be a point. So let's summarize that real quick. In one dimension, the equation x equals 3 is a point. And I am going to graph that, and then we'll build up that idea to 2 dimensions. So let's graph it in one dimension. That means we'll just be drawing a number line in one dimension. So I'll draw an x-axis here. I'm going to make it a number line, and so I'll scale it off. I'll put 0 in the middle, and then I'll draw some tick marks. I've drawn 5 tick marks, and I'll label off 2 and 4. And then to the left, I'll draw 5 more tick marks, and also label off 2 and 4, negative 2 and negative 4 in that direction. Label it with x. So, in one dimension, this is just x equals 3. We'd have a point. Now, in 2 dimensions, when we look at that equation x equals 3, y isn't included anywhere. So x will equal 3 no matter what the value of y is. So let's summarize that. In 2 dimensions, the equation x equals 3 is a line, and x equals 3 for any value of y. Now, to get a more concrete understanding of that, I can make a quick table with x and y. And so x is going to be 3 no matter what value of y I choose. So let's say I pick y values between negative 2 and 2. All right, negative 2, negative 1, 0, 1, and 2. And then the x value, it's going to be 3, 3, 3, 3, and 3. So it's 3 no matter what the value of y is. Now, if I build this number line that I have up into 2 dimensions now, I'll draw this y-axis in here. And I'll label that off. So I'll label it with y, and then I'll put some tick marks in it. 1, 2, 3, and 4 I'll label off there. And mark them off with 2 and 4, and then I'll go down to negative 1, negative 2, negative 3, and negative 4. So if I look at this graph, x has to be 3 no matter what the value of y is. So I've got that point 3, 0. Now that I'm in 2 dimensions, I could go to 3, 1, 3, 2, 3, 3, 4, and I'll have all these points where x equals 3. Now, it can be any y value. It doesn't just have to be integers or rational numbers. So I'm going to make this a line connecting them, and that represents the equation x equals 3 in 2 dimensions. Okay, so we've got that graphed in 2 dimensions, and now we're going to look at what its slope is. So I'm thinking rise over run, and I'll pick 2 points. I'll take this point 3, 0, and then let's pick 3, 4. So if I look at rise, this one is 4 units, but run is 0 units, and 4 divided by 0 is undefined. So if I summarize that, the slope is undefined. It's not a real number. And if I look at it conceptually, it's as steep as possible. I don't have a measurement for how steep that is. Okay, so if we generalize, in general, the graph of the line x equals b, where b is a number, is going to be a vertical line. And it will have, so with x-intercept, b comma 0. So it's always going to go through that point. And its slope is undefined.